Namaste, friends. Welcome to Yoga Bliss with Shelly, and I am Shelly. Welcome to day 4 of this beautiful 30-day yoga challenge. Today's practice is for yoga when life gets overwhelming. Life is always overwhelming, doesn't it seem? It's like this ebb and flow. So join me in this intuitively led practice for what feels good in your body. And it's important to remember that yoga is a practice, it's not a perfect. And wherever you are on your mat, it is exactly where you need to be. And behind me, my inspiration that I've been working on is a new Tara. She is beautiful. She's a chakra styled Tara. Join me on your mat, my beautiful friends, in your favorite crisscross applesauce or Baddha Konasana, which is also known as the butterfly here. Allowing yourself to root into the moment, moving the sit bones back, and taking an organic inhale down into the lower belly, rolling back the shoulders, elongating the spine, taking an organic inhale into the belly, followed by a long lengthened exhale with an ah or a ha sound, an audible sound. Breath, my friends, if you haven't heard me before, is your most powerful force. So I encourage you to really use your breath. This is the Ray Chaka Pranayama. This is the breath that helps just let it go. Just get that overwhelm out. Organic inhale into the belly. Let it go, friend. And I really encourage you to not be afraid of your breath. I know when I first started practicing, when I was in the studio for the first times, I felt super self-conscious of my breath. Inhale into the belly. This is your breath. It's okay to hear yourself. And the beautiful part about home practice is we're at home and we're safe and we're here. Organic inhale into the belly. Allowing yourself to let go. Breathing into that lower belly. Anchoring into the moment and letting it go. Letting your nerves go. Letting whatever was happening before this go and just be here and trust in me and trust in yourself and show up because you're here. Now, bringing hands to the heart center or hands open to the legs and setting an intention for your practice. Setting an intention for why you're here. Maybe it's you are feeling overwhelmed and you just need to let some crapperoni go. Maybe it's just to move your body a little bit, to give yourself self-care. Just hold that intention. Intentions, my friends, are so important for us to be our best self. Breathing in that Ray Chaka breath. So throughout this practice, any breath that you might have learned on this yoga journey or a yoga breath that works good for you or just a breath, I encourage you to use that breath and deepen. Exhaling the legs to a side and coming in for a tabletop position. Stacking, wrist stacking over, shoulder stacking over wrist. Inhale, raising up at the back. Exhale, dropping the spine. Journeying with the chin, allowing the chin to rise up to the ceiling of the tail. Exhale, journeying like a black cat on Halloween. I do this with my kids, and I also teach this lovely class called Baby and Me Yoga, and we will do this, and we will meow to the babies and moo to the babies. It's really fun. I love tapping into my inner child. Moo. I have children, so I do that a lot. If you don't have children, you might not get that as much. So tap into your inner child. Meow. Moo. Exhaling, peeking behind your right heel and dropping your left hip out here. Expanding the ribs on one side and compressing on the opposite. Taking a big breath here. Inhaling back to neutral. Exhale, dropping the opposite hip out and looking back at that hind foot. Beautiful, beautiful work, friends, here. Exhaling back to neutral. Exhaling the right foot out and the left hand out. You can start with just one foot out and being aware of what feels good. So if it feels better to point or if it feels better to engage here, if you want more of an active toe, you can keep that foot, envisioning there is a invisible wall here. Just maybe taking a few of these. Inhale, tucking, curling that foot in. Exhaling that out. Inhale, bringing that in. Now exhaling that out, long bird dog here, creating a long line of energy from the fingertips all the way back. Inhale, tucking. Exhale, while still rooting into a starfish hand in the opposite hand. Exhaling. Inhale, tucking. Exhale, rising. Inhale, tucking. Exhale, rising and slicing a horizontal line with the arm and the leg, working through that bird. Exhaling, and if you need to bend in here, like a little dog peeing on a fire hydrant, you can totally do that. Exhaling, coming back. Inhale, slicing one more time, maybe doing a few of those fire hydrant dog moves. Exhaling that fire hydrant dog, leg out to the side. Ooh, it's burning. Exhaling, allowing that body to come back. Inhale, tucking and raising, allowing the body to raise up and maybe pulsing here. Inhale, rising up, finding that little tiny pulse. It doesn't have to be much. Time in that breath, really warming up that system. I feel like I'm getting warm and rising up. Woo, day 4, working through the overwhelm of life. Life is overwhelming, no matter what you do. Inhaling, and if you want, you can allow the feet, the big toes to touch and drive those sit bones back, depending on your mobility. You are in your living room, so you can grab a pillow if you are. Maybe you're in a bedroom. I'm in my living room. It may look like this for you. This looks different for everyone. Yoga is not a one-size-fits-all. I do a little Bhaktasana, devotional. Allow that forehead to rest onto the earth. Allow those arms to be free and feel, my friend, feel what it feels like inside. Feel that off balance. Inhaling up to tabletop. Reversing the opposite side. Option 2 to keep the foot posted up or down, whatever feels best for you. Mine feels better posted up. Exhaling the opposite leg out. Inhale to tuck. Tuning that breath in. Inhaling and tucking. Lengthening back through the glutes and the calves. It feels good. If you are really working this, you can really feel it in that lower back, that upper hip, the glutes and the booty, and the legs. So really, I encourage you to tune into that body. Inhaling, exhaling, and really tuning a starfish wide open hand, grounding through the pointer and the thumb on that hand. Exhaling, creating that long line of energy. Inhaling, tucking. Exhaling. Inhale. Curling in. Growing that long line of energy. One more, friends. Exhaling. Slicing that horizontal line. And if you need, you can do that dog peeing on the fire hydrant move. I don't know what else to call that because that's what it feels like. Being okay with wherever you are, feeling the off balance. My body's like, whoa, this side's harder. Exhaling, coming back, tucking in. Exhale, raising, slicing that line. Big, beautiful conscious breath here. Exhaling. Oh, beautiful work, friends, here. Exhaling and raising. Then I had a request for a Vajrasana variation. I'm going to move this camera because I'm doing this kind of raw, unedited version. So behind me in Vajrasana, my beautiful friends, I'm the best recorder on the planet. Vajrasana is going to look like this. So you can crisscross the feet, you can touch the big toes, sink the sit bones. If you have more mobility and flexibility, you can sit back. If not, what you do is you crisscross, feeling the arch of the feet, crossing the arch of the feet, and you can open up the knees more wide and sit back. You might also need a pillow for this Vajrasana variation. So taking that pillow and sinking back in those sit bones. So finding that Vajrasana variation that works best for you inside of your lovely body. So what does that look like for you? It may look different for you than it does other people. I have this lovely little setup here. So finding that Vajrasana variation that works best for you, sitting back. Inhale, raising up, allowing those arms to span out, hinging forward at the hips, floating down, creating a bind to the hand palms, kissing palms, and raising up, allowing that head, that forehead to rest down onto the earth here. And taking in a beautiful breath here. We're going to transition into the rabbit's pose from here. So the rabbit is going to be finding that flat spot on the top of your head and really using the core strength and rolling up on the top of the head, but not putting all of the strength inside. So from a side, as we hinge forward, it's going to look like this. Coming forward, keeping most of that weight here in the core and then the back here. Taking a big, beautiful breath here. Option to bind, opening up at the heart or bend here. Inhaling, exhaling, arms to a T, hinging up at the back of the heart. Slowly and steadily finding that Vajrasana variation that works best for you, my friends. So again, that Vajrasana variation might look different for you. Really crossing in and tuning in to the arches of the feet and the alignment of the hips. If the hips are off, and if you need a pillow or a blanket helping, friend, and that is okay too, because this hero's pose gets a little bit tricky. So taking that hero's pose and just taking a moment to sink in to what feels good for you. Just feel what that feels like. Inhale, rising up, arms to a T, hinging the heart, leaning forward down. Allowing that forehead to roll and coming up to the top of the flat spot. Feeling that flat spot of your head and allowing that flat spot to come. Either binding the arms together here. So finding that bind or that bend and coming forward here. And this is a beautiful inversion. Shashasana in the rabbit's pose. Sometimes I get Shashasana and Shirshasana. I think so. This is Shashasana, the rabbit's pose. Still, you can be lazy here or active by opening up the chest here, opening up the body, breathing one of those Ray Chakra breaths down to the back body and letting it go. Beautiful work, friends. Inhaling to that back body. Exhaling. Exhaling the arms to a T, hinging and leading with the back of the hips and coming up to that Vajrasana variation. See, we don't even have to leave our mat and get on our feet to do a lot of work. It's pretty amazing. And my son Jack is waking up, so that will be interesting. Exhaling the hands and opening up the legs a little bit here. A wide open starfish hands, probably about a handprint ahead, for a chaturanga variation here on the mat. Our elbows are going to have a tendency to want to wing out, so really tucking and hugging those elbows in together and envisioning that there is a marble here. And if there is a marble here, my friends, we're going to roll that marble with our nose. And it's going to look something like nose to the chin to the chest. Exhaling, really hugging in, not letting those arms wing out. It's not a push-up here. Keeping that strength, lengthening through the spine here. Nose, chin, tummy coming up for, you can either come up for Bhujangasana, the cobra, which with my kids we go, or if you're feeling strengthened, you can do an up dog, Adho Mukha Savasana. So the difference between these, I'm going to switch this camera setting back. I am the best recorder in the world. Yes, I am. We have to tell ourselves positive things and don't crap talk ourselves, because I'm doing this and showing up, and this is what you're doing. Okay, so your choice, yogis. So Bhujangasana is going to be a gentler variation like so. Or if you want to do Adho Mukha Savasana, again being aware of the elbows coming up, Adho Mukha is going to be extending and elongating the legs long and really tuning into that inner strength of the glutes and the hamstrings and pressing up and raising up past the shoulders, the elbows here. Exhaling, really tuning into that core strength. Exhaling, Adho Mukha Savasana. Inhaling, coming back for Bhaktasana, releasing. And coming in for 3 of those at your own pace. So whatever that looks like, my beautiful friends. hugging together. Option to take a, if you're in an up dog, really feeling that upper strength and tuning into your elbow. My elbow is burning on fire, so maybe my next one I'm going to take a cobra. Rolling that marble with your nose, tucking in, nose, chin, chest up. Tapping into that inner child. Really here, hugging the thighs together and squeezing the glutes. Now while we're down here, we're going to do a few locusts. Option to do the volleyball hand and put the hand around the outside of the hips. I have really bony hips, and this always bones. It gets on, it just irritates me. So just really working that together. Inhaling, allowing the chin to rest up. And then inhaling the right leg up and lifting through the back of the body. And exhaling, inhale, raising, exhaling. Opposite leg, inhale, raising that leg up. Squeezing the glutes, squeezing the hamstrings and the thighs, exhaling. Inhale, raising up. Exhale, sinking. Inhale, raising both legs up. And sinking. Shalabhasana, the locust. Inhale, raising up. Exhaling. Option to allow the arms to come out. Like I said, that really bothers my hips. I'm just not a fan of around there, but I like my hands here. Inhale, raising up here. So option to now raise the shoulders and raise the back of the body, core, seeing that core strength. Good morning, Jackie. How are you today? Did you have a good rest? Good boy. Jackie just woke up. Exhaling down to the mat. Inhale, raising up, and you could even swim and allow those arms and those legs to come forward. Do you like swimming, Jackie? Yeah, do you want to swim it? Do you want to do a little swimming? You can swim here. You can even take a little dolphin fin. Do you know what sound a dolphin makes? Exhaling, swimming, being goofy. Swimming side to side, really using that core strength. Our core actually corsets through all the way in the back of the body. Maybe exhaling here and coming to some jumping jacks. Exhaling some locust jacks. Locust jacks. Jacks, this is Jack, so we're going to call this locust jacks. Jack has a putter. He's been practicing putting. Exhaling and feeling warm. This is feeling beautiful. Exhaling.
Oh, baby.
You're doing that's super fun. Exhaling those arms long. Jacks. And exhaling, sinking those sit bones back. And just feeling what that feels like in that body. Sinking those sit bones back. Allowing those arms to track forward here. Feels amazing. Or if you want child's pose, because we're doing all these fun child's movements, allowing that head to rest. Be gentle with that, Jack. Gentle with that, Jack. Exhaling and allowing those sit bones to come down onto the earth here for a side twist. So with this side twist, if one booty likes to hop up, which mine does, you can take a pillow, home practice, and put that underneath that butt cheek. Be careful, Jack. And allow the feet to nestle in the sides of the feet, lengthening through the spine here, humble tuck to the chin. In yoga, we have these 3 bandhas. If you've been following me, it's the zipper between our genitals, our tummy, and our chin. So zipping that up. Inhale, raising and twisting at one side. Big, beautiful breath into the heart here. And letting it go. Big, beautiful breath. Letting it go. Inhale, rising up. Twisting the opposite side. Beautiful work, friends. We're just cooling down here. What a beautiful practice. See, day 4, we're moving our body. We have time for this. We have time for ourselves. So option to take that top leg and cross. If your body doesn't allow that, you can keep one leg out long. So whatever this looks like to you, it can look long like so. I'm sure you remember this from gym class. I remember this from middle school gym class. This way, or you can have the option to keep twisted and then twist to one side. So whatever feels good for you, twisting, guiding that foot into the earth, taking a big breath of a twist. Exhaling, hugging that leg into the chest, twisting the opposite side. And slowly allowing the body to twist the opposite side, nestling those feet together. My pillow is ginormous. So really allowing yourself to detach from thoughts, lengthening through the spine, tucking at the chin. And in moments where you feel so overwhelmed with life, use your breath to anchor you into the moment. I know I've been feeling overwhelmed. Neutral the spine and twisting the opposite direction. I'm actually doing homeschool for my kids this year because we're making a big move to the mountains, but our house hasn't sold, and the way I perceive my life to be right now is nothing like I thought. So last night I was having kind of a panicky, not a super panic, but a kind of anxiety attack. And I was just using my breath, inhaling back to neutral, exhaling those legs. I always love to finish my practice with Savasana, if you haven't noticed. So slowly exhaling down to the earth, hugging yourself, giving yourself love and compassion. And know in moments where you feel overwhelmed, you can have your breath, my friend. You can have this beautiful breath of yours. Exhaling the legs long for our final pose of surrender, Savasana. And allowing your body.
And I need it in voice for winning the guide.
Oh, bananas. Good job, Jackie. And doing a scan and just whatever it is that you're feeling, allow yourself to let go. Let go of the legs, scan it, let go of the calves and all the muscles and the glutes and the hamstrings. Let the spine go and the shoulders and the arms, and just be here. And allow yourself to surrender to what is. This is one of the hardest poses in yoga because it's where we have to be with those thoughts of overwhelm or those thoughts of whatever is happening. Just allow yourself to just be where you are and being okay with that, and just really breathing that breath down into the belly. If you need to root, you can put your hands on your tummy and let it go. Thank you so much, my beautiful friends. You can lay in Savasana if you want, for joining this rough, unedited version. I just thought the unedited, I can get these out here because I have so much going on and I do feel overwhelmed, but I'm still showing up for you. And this is great. We're doing this one. It's like 22 minutes. You are awesome and amazing. And I'm so grateful for Yoga Bliss. And I'm just grateful to share with you and to help you be your best self today. Today, I encourage you to take that Ray Chakra breath, that breath into that belly, and exhale it long. And know that the breaths that you work on here and whatever it is that we're talking about here doesn't have to stop here in this practice. Carry it on with you in your day. And today, I encourage you to shine your light, which what does that even mean? To just give love to people, to give a hug, a handshake, or just send, like if you're a prayer, send a prayer, or just send like a compliment, like you look beautiful today. Whatever that looks like for you, my beautiful friends. Thank you so much, and I will see you tomorrow, day 4, working through overwhelm and stress and strain. Namaste, my beautiful, beautiful friends.